Hi crocheters! Welcome to the first video in our Unicorn Hobby Horse Crochet-Along. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So excited, so excited. So in the course of these 3 videos, we are going to be making this unicorn. Of course, you guys can mix up the colors, do whatever you would like, or if you want to go a more traditional route and not do a unicorn, just a hobby horse, you can go this way. The choice is up to you. The crochet along will consist of 3 videos, and there are a couple of important things to note first. 1, if you haven't gotten the materials list yet, it is on my blog, link in the description. You're going to want to make sure you have all of those before you get started, specifically the dowel and the PVC tee. Those are kind of unusual things, especially the PVC, but you want to make sure you have it. It is needed on the first, in the first video. Secondly, I live in a house with humans and they make noise, and I recorded this crochet along in this house with them. So there will be times when you guys hear a little bit of sound in the background. I hope that's not a problem because it's there. Thirdly, gauge for this project is 9 stitches by 8 rows. Will give you a 4x4 swatch. I would highly recommend swatching. Things turn out better that way. And the last thing, number 4, we are using the hashtag Unicorn Hobby Horse CAL on Instagram. So as you are making it and taking pictures and enjoying all of this, use that hashtag. I'm so excited to see how your guys' turn out. When it comes to unicorns, I mean, honestly, the possibilities are endless of how magical these can turn out. So I am so excited to see them. So good luck. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you as we go. All right, everyone, it is time to begin the crochet along for the stick unicorn. We are starting here with our burnout blanket yarn, which is gauge 6, super bulky, and our 8mm hook. The first thing we're going to do is form a magic ring. I'll walk it through kind of slowly this first time. So you're going to hold the yarn between your thumb and your ring finger, then wrap it around your middle finger and index finger like so. So it forms an X on this side. Then go ahead and hold it loosely right here with the same one. Flip your hand over so you're looking at the back side, and then insert your hook underneath the first strand and grab the second strand. Pull it through gently, and as you do, twist. Then you're going to go ahead and go under this strand here, and then you're going to pull it through. So this is the beginning of the first row. This does not count as the first stitch. We will be crocheting into the circle or the ring 12 times. So go underneath, yarn over, and pull through. So that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and if you find that you're running out of yarn tail, just go ahead and give it a little tug. And gives you more room to work. 7, it's around 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now you're going to go ahead and pull the end tight, cinching up the ring. You want to do that until there is no hole in the middle, so I've got a little bit more room to pull. There we go. So that is the end of row 1. I personally like to use another piece of yarn as a running stitch marker instead of using a row marker, just personal preference. So the next row is going to be single crochet and then increase, and we will do that 6 times for a total of 18 stitches at the end. So you have 1 and then an increasing stitch. So we put 2 single crochets into the preceding crochet. Yeah, into the preceding crochet. So we'll do that again. 1, increase, and you're just going to keep doing that until you get to your row marker. All right, so that brings us to the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to be single crocheting 2 stitches and then increasing. So just did 1, 2, and we'll do an increase. One, 2, and increase. So we'll keep doing that until we have 24 stitches at the end. All right, so that's the end of row 3. The next 3 rows, so rows 4 through 6, are going to be single crochet 24. So we're just going to work around putting 1 single crochet into each stitch. All right, so now we are on row 7 where we're going to single crochet 12. So go ahead and do that. And then we're going to increase, then single crochet 4, and then increase again, and we'll do that twice. So that looks like this. We'll do an increase, and then we'll single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do an increase stitch, and then we'll do that another time. So we'll do the increase. So you have 2 increases right in a row, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. So what that does, increasing just on this kind of lower half here, is it starts to give us a little bit of jaw definition. So the jaw down here will be bigger than the nose up here. So that gives us a total of 28 stitches. So the next row, row 8, is going to be single crochet 28 stitches. So just go ahead around the whole round, putting single crochets into each of the existing stitches. All right, so this is the end of row 8. For row 9, we're going to single crochet 3, increase, and then single crochet 3. And we will do that 4 times. So that will look like this. We'll do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. We'll do our increasing stitch. 1 and 2. Then we'll do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And so that is 3. And so that is our repeat. So we do 3 more single crochets. And then we do an increase stitch. So what that really means is that for the first one we did 3 and then an increase. All of the others will do 6 and then an increase, except for the last one, which will be an increase, and then we'll do 3 single crochets. What that does is it separates it out so that we don't have the increase always right here on this line. And where we're trying to establish a definite jaw and a profile, we want to try and keep our rows as straight as possible. So that's why we do it this way. So continue doing that around, and we will get started on row 10. So we just finished row 9. So row 10 is to single crochet 32 stitches. Let's just work around the project, doing those 32 stitches, and I'll see you back here for row 11. Alrighty, so row 11 will be single crochet 7, increase, and we'll do that 4 times. So at the end of the row, we'll have 36 stitches. So I just did 7 single crochets, now we'll do the increase. Continue doing that around, and I'll see you back for row 12. Alright, so row 12 is going to be single crochet 4, and then increase, and single crochet 4. So this is 3, 4, and an increase. Then we single crochet 4, and then we repeat that 4 times. So at the end, we will have 40 stitches. So for row 13, we're just going to be single crocheting 40 stitches. Alrighty, so for the beginning of row 14, we're going to single crochet 20. So go ahead and do that, and then I'll get the instructions to you for the rest of the row. Alrighty, so after those 20 stitches, we're going to do an increasing stitch. Then we're going to single crochet 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll do an increasing stitch. So we'll repeat that where we increase, single crochet 8, increase, till we get to the end of the row. Well, so it's just one more time. Row 15 will be single crochet 32, then chain 2 and skip 2 stitches and single crochet 10. So do the 32 first, and then we'll get to the chain 2, skip 2. So after you've single crocheted 32, you're going to chain 2, then skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet into the next hole, then continue crocheting, single crocheting until you get to the end of the row. And so what this makes is this is the hole where we're going to put the PVC T so that it will attach the head of the horse to the stick. Alrighty, row 16 is single crochet 44. And when you get to these stitches that we just made where we skipped 2, you're just going to work through the outside loop of each as you go around. Row 17 is going to be single crochet 9 and then decrease 1, and we'll do that 4 times. So at the end we'll have a total of 40 stitches. Oh my gosh, it's so much harder to crochet with my hands away from my body like this. So 8, 9, and decrease. I'm really impressed by people who make a lot of crochet tutorials, because it is not easy or natural to have my arms out in front of a camera while I'm crocheting rather than just, you know, near me as normal. Anyway, continue along this row and I'll see you at the end of it. So row 18 is single crochet 40. So go ahead and work your way around this row, putting 1 single crochet into each of the existing stitches, and I'll see you back here for row 19. So row 19 is going to be single crochet 4, decrease, and single crochet 4. And then we'll do that 4 times for a total of 36 stitches. So we just did 4, I'll decrease, then single crochet 4. So go ahead and repeat that same pattern, single crocheting 4, decreasing, single crocheting 4, 3 more times. So row 20 is going to be single crochet 36. So that'll be a quick round and I'll see you back here for row 21. So row 21 is going to be single crochet 4 and then decrease. And we will do that 6 times for a total of 30 stitches at the end of the row. So I just did single crochet 4 and now we'll decrease. And at the end of this row, we're going to begin stuffing. So be mentally prepared for that. Alrighty, so at the end of row 21, we're going to pull out our hook. Give yourself some space so you don't lose your stitch. And we're going to start stuffing. So the first thing you're going to need is your nylon. The one I have, I've already cut off the ends because I used it for another project. If you have really cheap nylons, you can stuff right into the toe because they'll be nice and stretchy still. But if you have more expensive nylons, you're going to want to probably cut, I don't know, around the ankle, maybe to mid-calf. So there's plenty of room to get your fiber fill in. And what you're going to do is you're just going to, if you've cut it off, you're going to just tie a knot in the end. You're going to make sure it is nice and secure, like so. And then you're going to flip the nylon inside out because you don't want this sticking at your unicorn's nose. And if you keep it on the inside, it won't really be noticeable at all. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your big cloud of fiber fill. You're going to place it in your nylon, however you like. You can do it that weird way I did, or you can just shove it in there. And you're going to just start with a little bit at first, and you're going to place it in the head. And you want to make sure that you get it really nicely stuffed into the nose, so that you can, you know, you have kind of a solid base to start from. Then you're just going to keep adding fiber fill as you go. Let's pull this up a little bit higher so you can see what we're doing. So at first it's just kind of a loose, you know, just trying to get it in there. I've got such a big bail it doesn't want to come out. There we go. And I think kind of important technique to use is to use your fingers to kind of rake the fiber fill into like the outer edges, you know, and also pushing down into the nose, making sure that every nook and cranny is filled. Fiber fill plays a huge role in the shape of your project. So if you don't get it stuffed nicely, it will look lumpy and odd, and we don't want that. Especially not for presents and gifts to give people. So it takes quite a bit of fill, but as you see, I'll kind of pull this way, you can see that we're getting that horse shape. I need to add more fiber fill up here, definitely, and also here, and honestly, going through and squishing it, the whole thing. I just need to keep packing it in there. So keep packing till it has a nice feel to it. Right now it's too squishy, and when I just did that, I could feel that there's not enough stuffing in the nose. So go ahead and, you know, take a look at that, stop, feel it, and pack in the places that need more. All right, so I just finished stuffing it so far. One of the things that I do is that I don't stuff right up to where I am. I feel like it puts too much pressure on the next row. So I kind of finished stuffing about here. And I mean, I will definitely go through and add more about every other row that I make. So row 22 is what we're starting on right now. And it's going to be single crochet 2. Oops. It's important not to skip stitches. 1, 2, then decrease. Then single crochet 2, and we'll do that 5 times for a total of 25 stitches at the end of the row. Row 23 is going to be single crochet 3 and decrease. So we just did 3 stitches. Now we'll decrease, and we'll repeat that 4 more times. So at the end, we will have 20 stitches. So at the end of row 23, we're going to pull our hook out, make a nice long loop. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place our PVC tee. So it's going to go down in here. And you want this T part to be coming out of the hole. And depending on how well you've stuffed will depend on how easy it is to get in here or not. Let's see. Just a little bit of finagling, and there we have it. So this is what our what the stick is going to sit in for the stick horse. So you're also going to take this opportunity to add more stuffing for these next couple rows. Once again, not quite stuffing right up to this last row, but adding some more before we finish up. So when you go through and add stuffing, it's important to take a look and see how the shape is fitting. Sometimes when you rake, you know, using your fingers to rake the stuffing outward, it gets a little bit overly wide than what it actually is. And so it's important to kind of go back through and reshape it a little bit with your hands on the outside to shape the filling on the inside. And also it's important to notice, like, sometimes you'll get weird bumps that you need to go back through and adjust, that you don't necessarily see when you're just, you know, at this angle, just trying to get your fiber fill in here. All right, so I am happy with how this is looking for right now. So we're going to go ahead and get started on row 24. So row 24 is single crochet, then decrease, then single crochet. And we'll repeat that 5 times. So at the end of the round, we will have 15 stitches. So you can see we are closing up this project pretty quickly. So once again, add a little bit more stuffing. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Once again, I don't want too much pressure on this row, on this next row. So I'm not gonna fill it I'm not gonna fill it right up to the brim just yet. So row 25 is single crochet and decrease. We'll do that 5 times. And at the end of the row, we'll have 10 stitches. All right, we just have one more row to go, and this really is our last chance to add stuffing. So you're going to fill up these last couple rows. All right, and of course, take a moment, take a good look at it. Yeah, that's feeling pretty well stuffed to me. Yeah, I think it's good to close it off. So the last row is going to be decrease 5. So just going to go through here and work a decrease in all of the stitches. Last decrease. Alrighty. So what you're going to do now is you're just going to give yourself like a 4 or 5 inch tail. Tie off your project. If you want to add any like last tiny bit of stuffing, you can. I think my project's pretty good, so I'm not going to. And you're going to cut off your nylon, depending on how you want to do it. I'm going to give myself 3/4 of an inch, and then I just like to pull mine out like this and then tie a knot with the ends. And I will triple knot it because I'm overkill. And then tuck those ends right in there. And the last thing you're going to do is grab your, actually probably it's time to pull out the stitch marker. And go ahead and, so you're going to take your 5.5 millimeter hook and work it through the outside loop of each of these last stitches, and pull your yarn tail through, just gathering all those stitches, kind of like a drawstring bag. Like so. You're just going to go ahead and pull it tight and then knot it off. For my knots, I like to just pull it through a little section. I guess I don't know how to describe how I knot. I can just show you. That is how I knot. Sometimes, once again on the overkill, I will knot multiple times. I feel like this one's pretty secure, so I'm just going to weave in the end. There we go. And there we are. That is what our stick horse head looks, our stick unicorn looks like thus far. So we've got the nose here. This is our jaw line. We've got the head coming up. And then this, we've got our T for the, oh, my T's a little skimwampus. I want to straighten that out. Not that that really matters. That's just me being particular. Yeah, so that is the head. Next video, we're going to make the eyes, place the eyes, make the ears, attach those, and probably add the blaze and the halter. So I'll see you in the next video.